Hello everybody. Today I'll be discussing about the neural control of gastrointestinal function. It is also called the enteric nervous system. As it contains approximately 100 million neurons, the number that is quite similar that is found in the spinal cord. It controls its own movement and secretion. That is, it functions autonomously. It is free from the autonomic nervous system control, that is the sympathetic system and the parasympathetic system. Hence, it is also known as the small brain. The enteric nervous system has two plexuses. The first is the myenteric or the Auerbach plexus. The second is the submucosal or Meissner's plexus. The Auerbach plexus is an outer plexus. It is present in the muscularis layer in between the longitudinal and circular muscle layer. The Meissner plexus is an inner plexus. It is present in the submucosa. There are also present some nerve endings. These originate from the gastrointestinal epithelium. These send efferent fibers to both the plexuses, the prevertebral ganglia of the sympathetic system, the spinal cord, and the brainstem. This is a diagram taken from Guyton. Here we can see that these are myenteric plexuses, which are placed linearly throughout the length of the GI. These we know are located in the muscularis layer. Now, since it is present between the longitudinal and circular muscle layer, it has the function to regulate the movement, the propulsion of the food. So the plexus that is regulating the movement of the food is the myenteric plexus. This myenteric plexus not only has stimulatory effect, it also the nerve fibers also have inhibitory effect. It secretes inhibitory peptide such as the vasoactive intestinal peptide, which inhibits the sphincters like the pyloric sphincter or the ileocecal sphincter, so that the food does not move forward. These down here are the submucosal fibers, the submucosal plexuses, which are regulating, which are controlling the glandular secretions. And here we can see from the epithelium, these are arising sensory neurons. These sensory neurons, which are arising from the epithelium, are traversing up till the prevertebral ganglia, spinal cord, and brainstem. These efferent fibers are not going only upwards, but these are also sending efferent fibers to the plexuses. Here we have sympathetic and parasympathetic effects also. These only enhance or decrease the activities. The parasympathetic system we know is the rest and digest system. So what does it do? It stimulates the effect, both the movement and secretion. The sympathetic system is fight or flight system. So this inhibits the movement and secretions. So what is the stimulus? The food that causes the distension of the gut mucosa, the irritation of the gut mucosa, or the chemical that are released. This is a table that distinguishes between the myenteric plexus and the Meissner plexus. The layer we know for the myenteric plexus is the muscularis layer, for the Meissner's plexus is the submucosal, and hence the myenteric plexus is also called an outer plexus. The Meissner's is also known as the inner plexus. What does it control? The myenteric is controlling the movements, the Meissner is controlling the secretions, the absorption, the local blood flow. The inhibitory neurons are present in the myenteric plexus. What type of control does it do? When stimulated, these myenteric plexuses will increase the tone, the rate, the intensity, and velocity of rhythmical contraction. The Meissner's, on the other hand, it controls the segmental contraction. There is a disease condition where these plexuses are absent. This is known as the Hirschsprung's disease. This is all for now. Thank you very much.